Dave! Oh, Dave! Oh my gosh, you guys are here already? Dave! Everyone's here! They're waiting on you!
Okay, I'll be there shortly.
Put down that powdered donut and get out here to introduce the show. Folks, he'll be out here shortly. Do you guys want some refreshments? Maybe some coffee and donuts? No? Oh well, that's all we got here at this Justin News Comedy Club. My life sucks.
It's this Justin News Comedy Club show with your very special guest stars, Anna Tourette Geffen, Miss Micah, Jordan Riley, David Parsons, Dana Whissen, and our headliner, Bo Johnson. And now, without further ado, the master of ceremonies, the creator of this Justin News, Bombing Run, and this Comedy Club show, the man who has his hand up where it shouldn't be, Aaron! Yay! Yay! Do I get paid? Someone pay me now!
Alright, guys.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands for 20 seconds.
Oh my god.
Only.
Oh, you know
20
what,
minutes.
Dave? Thank you so much, Dave. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. And welcome to this Justin News Comedy Club show. You guys are awesome to be part of this show. And thank you for the people in the Zoom audience. Please have your mics on. We love to hear you laugh. You know, it's been a great week. I was on the New York Underground Comedy Festival. I don't know how many else has been here. Sound of applause if you've been on it. Oh, I got one. How about some other people? Are you about to be on it? Because I think he's going to have everyone that's ever been in the Zoom comedy is going to be on it. I'm pretty sure he's going to have everyone. It's a cool show. It was different. I loved it. I got some laughs. Amazingly, I got some laughs. Can you imagine? You can imagine that. Some of you have heard my sets before and are probably amazed at that. But no, it was an awesome set. But you know, it's been a trying week. I don't know. I think yesterday I did 3 shows, and by the time I got done, you know, I went to bed. I took off all my clothes, and then my wife just screamed out bloody murder. She thought she seen a ghost, and I said, "No, you just see me, stark naked." Oh, now she's calling me Casper, the horny ghost. Yeah, she's so nice to me. You know, I didn't meet her the old-fashioned way. Craigslist? Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, Craigslist, come on. You know, what was funny was she was looking for a friend with benefits, and lucky for me, she fell for my flex spending and low copays. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. But, you know, being Casper the horny ghost, my wife says I'm so pale I'm translucent, which, you know, isn't true. My daughter used to be my son, so I'm a transparent. So. Oh, but I'm proud of my daughter and who she wants to be, you know. But she can rock a dress better than my wife, you know that's crazy. Oh, I just wish I had a voice in picking out her name. Who's ever heard of Michelle with 3 L's? I don't understand that one. Oh, Michelle. Oh, you know, we're back down in quarantine, right? So I tried my hand at something the other day, gold mining. It is fun. I'll tell you what, it is a blast to do gold mining. Except when people start screaming at you, saying, "You get your hands out of my mouth. You're not my dentist." A little hard to do. But I got $50 in fillings, so yeah, there's a plus side. Oh, well, that's how life has been going this week. So, without further ado, I think we're going to get started in this show, and I'm going to get my handset up here. I'm going to see. Oh yes, our first comedian is from Rockville, Maryland. Please put your hands together and welcome Anna Tourette Geffen. Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
So you all hear my accent. I want to tell you that my accent is actually an asset. Because of my accent, strangers like to talk to me. They like to ask, "So, where are you from?" How can you even ask such an obvious question? Of course, my parents bought me at Walmart 40 some years ago.
Mm.
They've regretted that decision since, but it was a final sale. Because if I tell people I'm from Ukraine, the line of questioning goes two ways. Some people ask, "Oh, Ukraine, where is it? Is it in Russia?" No, not yet, although Putin is trying to make it so. Other people ask, "Do you know my friend Dmitry from St. Petersburg?" Well, if you think I may know your friend Dmitry from St. Petersburg, then you must know my neighbor John from New York. And then people ask, "How do you like it here in America?" I say, "Oh, it's okay. And what about you? How do you like it here in America?" Because if you are not sure, you haven't got many options, have you? You don't have anywhere else to go. And I hear the border to Mexico is about to be closed again.
Oh.
Hmm.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Haven't everybody? When I'm fighting with my husband, it's because I made many mistakes leading up to that fight, right? My husband, on the other hand, he just made one mistake, marrying me. But don't worry about him. He's tolerating it well. He told me during one fight, "I can tolerate crazy people." I replied, "You better. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to stand yourself." People often ask me how I met my husband. We're so different, you know. I'm Ukrainian Jewish, and he's Brazilian chauvinist. So I tell them, I'm a deeply religious woman. God decided that he deserves a wife. And God decided that I deserve a punishment. Have you heard of Russian brides? Russian brides, why are they even a thing? Don't they have men in Russia? I'll tell you why. Russian men, they're very traditional. So the Russian woman does all the woman's jobs in the house. Cooking, cleaning, childcare. But now Russian men are also becoming more modern and progressive. And they let her do all the men's jobs too. So this year I was shopping for a Father's Day card and it's so hard to find one. They all have text inside and it's hard to find the right text. It seems all the fathers are very handy, they can fix anything, they love barbecue and sports, they're strong and manly, and each card is intended for one man, the best father ever. How come the best father ever gets all the cards and what's left for the rest of the fathers? I think I found a market opportunity here. Where are the cards for all kinds of fathers? How about the one that says, "Happy Father's Day, jerk"? I bet I can sell a lot of those. Or the one that says, "Happy Father's Day. Thanks for marrying Mom. She's the best." Oh, how about that one? "Happy Father's Day. Guess from whom?" Oh, in a set of 12. That's guaranteed to give a few days of sweaty nightmares to some.
Uh,
You know, I have 5 children. I'm an experienced mother. First-time mothers, on the other hand, they make things too complicated. For example, every first-time parent has a bedtime routine. It consists of many steps, and it's so complicated to perform it every night. Now, as an experienced mother, I still have a bedtime routine, but I've made it more efficient. I've reduced it to just 3 steps. First, I tell my kids, it's bedtime. Second, I go to bed. And third, I lock my bedroom door.
Oh, thank you. Let's give a round
That's all
of
I have today.
applause to everyone. Thank you so much. And where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook under my real name, Anna Tirat Geffen. I also have Twitter at Anna Geffen. I don't use it very much, but I check it sometimes. Maybe I will use it a little more now.
Oh, that was great. Thank you so much, Anna. You know what? I don't use my Twitter much at all, really. I try to promote things, but I get out of Twitter. It's a lot of twatting and stuff that doesn't need to be out there. It seems like that's what's out there, you know. I've never understood tweeting. I mean, tweet. No, it seems like a certain president does a lot of it, and I don't want any part of it. Oh, and you're right. You know, we are in lockdown, but I still can't go. I haven't been able to go to Canada and see my daughter. She lives over there with her mom. I haven't seen her since March. So it's all been like through Zoom and Instagram. That's not been fun. And now it doesn't sound like it's going to get any better. So let's see. How much longer till a vaccine? Let's count. 1,001, 2 million. Oh. It's going to be a while, isn't it, guys? All right. Well, anyways, thank you so much. And now, coming up to the stage is a comedian that's been up here, let's see, 3 or 4 times. She's an awesome comic. She's from South Carolina. Please give a big welcome to Miss Micah, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm happy to be back on Zoom because I finally don't have to leave the house and be worried that I left the stove on anymore. And I've kind of gotten used to the new way of streaming now because when I was a kid, the only stream we had to go down to the river. But the other option is when you accidentally walked in on your parents in the bathroom.
Oh.
Which made me think about something else that kids nowadays probably don't really know what it is. Because I feel like if you ask a kid nowadays what a landline is, they would probably think it's if you didn't wipe enough after you did number 2.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody went out Black Friday shopping last week, but I feel like it was the first Black Friday where you had to check your insurance policy first before you check your bank account.
Yeah.
And then layaway kind of made me think, layaway is kind of like college. Every month you pay for something just to find out it's useless. Just with layaway, you have a money back guarantee. During lockdown, I noticed that I really miss flying because it was so much easier when somebody else handled all my baggage. Plus, I didn't have to drink just to wake up next to a stranger. Yeah, single life has been kind of taking a toll on me in 2020 because I didn't really account into my budget that I had to pay for my own dinners this year. Yeah, my sex life is kind of like an oil change. It only happens every 6 months. It only takes 5 minutes, and I get to stay in the car.
Oh.
Which was the reason I recently lost my job at Jiffy Lube.
Oh.
But thanks to me, they got a 5-star Google review.
Oh.
Yeah, they ended up calling me the dipstick specialist. Yeah, I noticed as a woman, you go through a whole lot of periods through your life. I mean, for most of them, they make tampons. For the other ones, they make divorce lawyers. And I always told myself if I ever get married, instead of having a wedding registry, I'm gonna have a divorce registry because I believe in paying money for something that will last forever.
Yes.
Yeah, I recently started wearing more sports bras because I feel like just by putting it on, I burn more calories than actually working out. And I feel like that's where sports bras kind of got their name from how much work it actually takes to put them on. Which is great because just by putting it on in the morning, I already closed my exercise ring on my Apple Watch. About 4 years ago, I made a life-changing decision and I became vegan. So for 4 years, I've been vegan, but I've only been meat-free for 2 years. But don't worry, I've been enjoying nut milk for way longer than that.
Oh.
I'm just really picky about where I get it from. Like, it should be locally sourced and has a better credit score than me. My coworker always asks me, isn't it tough being vegan? And I always tell her the only difference between us is my meat is battery operated.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna leave you on this last one. I mean, everybody has probably gotten one of these, but the only thing that makes me reminded me of was my ex-boyfriend, because 2020 and my ex-boyfriends both gave me one stimulus to make it last all year. Okay, that's my time. Thanks, everybody.
All right, let's go give a big round of applause to Miss Mike, everybody.
Everybody say yeah.
Oh my gosh, where can we find you on social media, Micah?
Give it up.
You can find
High
me
five.
on Twitter and Instagram under @MissMicah with double E at the end, just like it shows on my name. I don't know if my name tag is showing right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
who I'm mostly on Insta and Twitter.
Thank you so much, and we'll try to help
Thank
you
you.
out with your Zoom issues with a Macintosh. I don't know why it doesn't like things. But hey, we'll figure it out for you. And that's why my wife doesn't let me go get an oil change. Now I know why. She doesn't check my dipstick that much either. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Man, you know, how many great comics could we have on tonight? Well, we could have 6. So we've already seen 2. We're going to go through more. This next comic has won my comedian game show called Bombing Run. And that's held on Fridays. And that's where I put 3 comics head to head. And we see who could be the Joker Ace, the second place, and the Bomber. And last night it was a tie. Everyone won. That was the first time in the life of the game show of 10 weeks. So way to go. But Jordan won last week. So please welcome from Plano, Texas, Jordan Riley, everyone. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. So Anna and I have something in common. I think I'm going to be shopping with her for Father's Day this year. Because if you count the birthdays my dad has been to, I'm 3. And if you count the ones he's missed, I'm 23. So what I'm going to start doing this year is just start crashing my dad's week wherever he is on my birthday. And hopefully within a decade and a half, I can save up for that car on my 16th. We'll see how it works. But I'm gonna call my dad in Omaha in January and call him up and say, "Hey, what are you doing next week?" "I'm going to Omaha, Jordan. What are you doing next week?" "I'm gonna be in Omaha, Dad," and just walk into whatever cigar store he's at that week and just walk in and go, "Happy birthday to me, puff, puff." The best part about it is I'm gonna walk in and my dad's gonna be like, "Well, it's good to see you, Jordan. Happy birthday. You're not old enough to have that cigar." I think that's just how my dad keeps his creepy friends from trying to want to hook up with me. It's like, "She's underage. Put it away. Put it away." But I do come from a military family. My dad was a Marine. My grandfather was a Marine. And the first joke I ever learned was the VA sucks so bad it's been giving veterans a second chance to die for their country since 1774. And because I was a stupid child, my first thought was, how nice of them. That's not how that works, Jordan. That's not the second chance you're thinking of. But as a result of that, I have a lot of veteran friends in my adult life. I have one friend, his name's Justin. He's my favorite idiot in the world. He was in the Navy. He's a good guy. And we were hanging out one day and I said, "How are you? How are you? Like, how are you doing? What's going on?" And don't tell me I'm fine. Don't lie to me. And he goes, "I'm dealing with the VA and PTSD and depression and just all kinds of crazy shit." And I said, "Well, I am too stupid to solve any of those things. I'm sorry, you picked an idiot for a friend." And I said, "Well, I can make your life better for a little while. Like, let's go get dinner. Like, let's go do something. Like, let's go get a 6-pack. Let's go to the bar. Let's go get a bottle. Let's roll a joint. Let's go do something that gets us excited about life." He goes, "You really, really want to make my life better for a little while?" I said, "Yeah, man, you're my friend. I care. You matter to me." And he goes, "All right, Jordan, how about a blowjob?" And I said, "How about not?" Now, I'm not just going to leave my friend high and dry like that, literally.
Oh.
So I came up with an idea, and I think if we all work together tonight, we can make this happen. I'm going to start a dating website and call it vadate.com and give my veterans a second chance to be blown for their country since 2020. Who's with me?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can make history. And for the first time in the history of these United States, the United States military, thank you, will drop loads on willing parties with vadate.com. I want you to suck a dick for your country. vadate.com. Together we can put the D in PTSD with vadate.com.
Oh.
Together we can bring new meaning to the phrase "I've got your 6" with vadate.com. Thank you very much. I'm Jordan Riley. All of you have been amazing.
All right, let's give it a round of applause.
Yeah.
Woo! And Jordan, where can we find you on social media?
All of my social media, including my Venmo, is at Pity Party Productions. PITY. Pity Party Productions. 1 T.
All
Instagram,
right.
Twitter, and Facebook.
All right. I just want to make sure of that because I think there was a little mix-up last week, and I want to make sure. Is it?
Oh,
Pity
Twitter
Productions?
is Pity Party Pro.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll make sure we
Yes.
get all that straightened out. Thank you, Riley, so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're awesome. And look, that was one of the bombing run winners, guys. Look at that. Look at that talented comic come up and be a middler for this show, right? And you know what? Unfortunately, I'm not a veteran, so I guess I'm not. Wait a minute. I am General A.A. Ron of the Joke Force. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm not a veteran. That's where that goes. Never mind.
We can always find you a position on your knees.
Oh, no. That's okay.
Phenomenal.
I always offer my wife 69, but I -1, and she says no dice. I don't understand why she says no all the time. But anyway, that was great. And I'm waiting. Well, everybody will watch for that app coming out, and we'll see how that turns out for this country. Maybe we'll all forget about what's going on. All right. Coming up to the mic next is a man who was on Bombing Run, didn't quite make it as a winner, but he's so funny. I said, come on to the show. He is the host of Red Mike on for Rapidly. Please welcome to the stage from Dallas, Texas, David Parsons. Yeah!
Yeah.
Ah, thank you, A.A. Ron. And I'd like to offer a note of thanks to Jordan on behalf of the troops for making sure that every veteran service has a happy ending. So it's holiday time. We've been putting up Christmas decorations today, and my wife decided to get fancy this year and weave a message for Santa out of our Christmas lights outside. Unfortunately, she's dyslexic, and I'm not sure we're going to get the kind of visitor we want with a sign that says, "Stop here, Satan." So I have a 10-year-old daughter. She's the light of my life. And although parenting is a great thing, it's not all puppies and rainbows. One of the worst parts about being a dad is having to listen to my kids' really crappy music and pretend to enjoy it. Now, there are plenty of culprits out there in the preteen music space, but to my mind, the worst are a group called the Kids Bop Kids. Now, if you don't have a prepubescent girl in the house, you may not have heard of the little assholes. But they're a collection of ridiculously chipper tweens who sing popular songs with all the adult words and concepts edited out. I'll give you an example. In the song TikTok, Kesha sings, "Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack, 'cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back." Kids Bop Kids sing, "Before I leave, brush my teeth, make sure I reach the back. I got a sleepover tonight, and I've got to pack." You little turds are fooling no one. Although there are many songs they do that are inappropriate for their target audiences, there are some places they won't go. There's no Closer by the 9 Inch Nails. There's no WAP. There's nothing at all by Lil' Kim. But folks, if you're going to go halfway on a concept, you've got to commit. I don't think they're trying hard enough, so I had to go myself. You remember, I hope, that wonderful ode to cunnilingus by Kaya, "My Neck, My Back, Lick It," yes? Well, I kids bopped it. And I'm going to do a little bit of that for you. All you kiddies hug, yo, stuffy like this. Shaky dolly, don't stop, don't miss. All you kiddies hug, yo, stuffy like this. Shaky dolly, don't stop, don't miss, just hug it. Squeeze it now, cuddle it good. Love this stuffy just like you should. Right now, cuddle it good. Love this stuffy just like you should. My mom, my dad, find my stuffy and make my snack. My mom, my dad, find my stuffy and make my snack. Catchy? Maybe I'll send it to the Kids Boppers. Or maybe I'll end it all if I have to listen to tweens sing Uptown Funk again. Okay. This is a veritable international show today. We've got a couple of people from various different parts of the world. I'm originally from England, although I've lived in Texas for 20 years. And though both of my countries speak a language they call English, words in America sometimes have different meanings, which can cause serious confusion for the foreigner. In America, the word fanny is slang for bucket. In England, a fanny is a vagina. So you can imagine my confusion when an American friend said, "Gee, I went on a long bike ride yesterday. My fanny's still sore." How the hell were you sitting on the saddle, lady? Staying on the subject of genitals for a minute, to the English, beavers aren't remotely sexual. In fact, the youngest Girl Scouts are called Beaver Scouts and are led by a grey beaver. I'm working real hard to get my Beaver Explorer badge. In England, rubbers are used to erase pencil marks. Not here, which explains the strange look I got when, before a test in college, I told an American classmate that I didn't have a rubber and a spare I might borrow. What? I said, I'm just trying to prevent myself from making a mistake I'll pay for later. Well, I didn't get the rubber, and she sat as far away from me as she could. And just as I feared, the need arose during the test, and I had to rub one out as best as I could. Well, that's been me. I've been David Parsons, and you have been a fantastic audience. Cheers.
All right, let's give a round of applause for David Parsons, everyone. Yeah. And David, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me under my real name on Facebook, and on Twitter and Instagram, I'm D Parsons Comedy on both of those.
Awesome. And he is the host of the Red Mic for Rapidly on Friday nights. It's an open mic, and it's an awesome show. I was on it a couple times, and him and Charlotte Parker do a great job hosting that show. Thank you so much for being on this show tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Aaron. Thanks.
All right. You know, there's a lot of different words that don't mean the same thing. And I'm actually from Idaho. And so there's a few words that are not quite the same here either. Like you guys call it a glove box. Out in Idaho, it's called a jockey box. But, I've never seen one jump out of it. I never seen a horse jockey jump out of one. So I don't understand that one at all. And then you got the little side ditches next to the road. They call them borrow pits. And I never wanted to borrow it. I don't understand why it was called a borrow pit, but that's what it was called. So go figure that one out, man. I have no idea. But in Michigan, it is totally weird. There are some places here that are not named right. There's a place called Ypsilanti. Now, you would think it starts with an I. It starts with a Y. And if you really read the word out, it says, "Why piss all, Auntie?" That's exactly what it reads out to be. I don't know. The little people are a little bit strange here, and they think I'm weird. No. Anyway, thank you so much. All right, coming up to the mic now is a great comic. I've watched her on Backline, and I think on another show, and you never know what's going to come out of her mouth. She is so funny. Please welcome from Phoenix, Arizona, Dina Whissen, everyone. Yay!
Woo-hoo! Thank you. I have a hard time relating to people. A very, very hard time. Who'd have thunk that a 36-year-old woman who's lived with her parents for 36 years would have a hard time relating to people? Who'd have thunk that a woman who's been to at least, I don't know, 75 Hanson concerts. Yeah, that's right. Bop, baby. Who'd have thunk?
Woo!
Who'd have thunk that a woman who up until recently thought the word chaos was pronounced chose? Who'd have thunk? One day, I'm going to look back on the year 2020 and tell my kids, thank God you're still in that test tube. Does he love me or does he not is a question I often ask my dentist about my other dentist.
No.
I'm not a bad driver because I'm a woman. No. I'm a bad driver because I speed whenever I listen to Limp Bizkit. Oh yeah. over here. Whenever I'm asked what my greatest weakness is in job interviews, my answer is always Oreo cookies. Okay, I have a quick question for you guys. Am I looking like you directly in the eye right now, or am I looking like off yonder into outer space? Where am I looking?
Looking in my eyes.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. Thank you. All right. This next joke requires audience participation. All right. My butt is so flat
How flat is it?
that people yell, "Hey, is that a woman or a file folder?" whenever I walk by.
Oh,
My favorite book is Catcher in the Rye because there's a secret code on page 125. And if you decipher that code, you are given step-by-step instructions on how to 3D print a cat. I'm in tattoos of the words guilt and shame on my wrists, just in case I need a constant reminder of how to feel. Here's a joke I wrote for a clean comedy class. Dating is hard, especially when your boyfriend lives in a jar. Like, hey, baby, want to go out to a movie tonight? I can't, babe. I'm stuck in a jar. That's a clean dating joke. Thank you. Right. I'm going to do some musical impressions. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, baby. Celine Dion. All right. Here's my impression of Celine Dion. Wait, hold on. Let me warm up. All right. Here's my impression of Celine Dion. The whispers in the morning of a lover sleeping. Yay! All right, that's kind of Metallica, but same thing, whatever. All right, and then Amy Lee, she is the lead singer of the band Evanescence. She is also a witch. Here is my impression of Amy Lee. Okay. 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 Oh, can you see into my eyes like open doors? Not to be confused with guys, my name is Dana.
All right, let's give a big round of applause to Dana Whissen, everybody. Oh my God. Oh, and where can we find you on social media, Dana?
Dana Whissen on everything.
Awesome, on everything. Okay. And people are booking you for singing too, right? Is that what they're doing?
Maybe.
It's not easy being green.
We could duet, Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog.
It's not easy being green.
We'll collaborate later. I'm sure everybody wants to hear me sing, right? Silence. Thanks, guys. I'm still part of the show. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dana. That was awesome. All right. We're up to the last comic, and this guy's been on the show at least twice, and now he's headlining the show. I want to give a big welcome from Charlotte, North Carolina, Bo Johnson. Woo!
Hey, thank you so much. Oh, my name is Bo, and I'm an addict. Oh, wrong meeting. Sorry.
Hi, Bo.
Oh, hey, I knew I recognized you from somewhere. It's kind of weird. Earlier, I saw PJ get head butted in the nuts by his kid. I was like, oh. I don't know if anybody noticed that. That kid just went boom. PJ went down quicker than that boxer the other last weekend. God. Oh man. So I'm sorry. I know I look like I'm an alcoholic, but it's a whole lot worse than that. I'm a teacher. That's not just coffee in that cup. Yeah, my job comes with a 3-drink minimum every morning. Let me tell you, teachers are notorious drunks. We really are. And for me, the reason I'm a big drunk is because those crybabies I deal with every day. Their official title is principals. So let me just get that straight. I had this one assistant principal, big old white guy, like one of those whitest guys you'd ever see. And every time he passed by, it smelled like biscuits. So we just we called him Pillsbury. Yeah. And one day I kind of made Mr. Pillsbury mad. And so I did exactly what TV taught me to do. I poked him in the stomach. Needless to say, I have a new job now. Actually, my doctor told me I had to quit drinking. So I'm on the unemployment line. Yeah. But I will say that teaching with this whole 2020 thing, this virtual, is great because now you can actually drink in class. You could drink in class and conferences and everything. I made a drinking game just at a parent-teacher conferences. 1 shot per stupid question, 2 shots per statement. You know, it's kind of like, excuse me, what college did you go to? Or my favorite question, are you sure you're teaching it right? Well, he doesn't act like that at home. Liver, it's been good knowing you. Oh, man. December is finally here, which means 2020 is almost over. Who's got their Christmas tree up yet?
We got them.
Nobody? Are they banned this year? Okay, one person. Here's a little bit of advice to think of if you have not put your Christmas tree up. Remember, Christmas trees are like sex. Real is always best. Somebody right now is going, so what does that make fake trees? Masturbation. Is it me, or does it seem like 2020 is that year that came out of like the worst infomercial ever?
Mm-hmm.
And if you call now, we will throw in an extra round of Rona and an election. Look, I'm good. Call now. So my name is Bo because my parents thought it would be cool. Oh, they said, oh, he'll play football and he'll get laid. And I'm a disappointment. Yeah, it's hard. I grew up in California, and growing up there with a name like Bo comes with a lot of pressures. Like I was constantly hearing, you want to hit? No, I'm good. Pussy. That hurts, mother. I'm pretty sure like everybody's mom has embarrassed them at some point when they were a kid. In high school, mine was my bus driver. Let me tell you, one day, somebody in the back of the bus lit a joint. And from her, all you heard was, if you don't have enough for everybody, put it away. Mom, you can't say that. Right. Everybody put the windows up. My buddy was losing his mind. He's like, dude, your mom's gonna hotbox the bus. We were the only bus that afternoon stopping at Taco Bell. I need a chalupa. Chalupa. I didn't know we could get a bus in a drive-through, mother. Let me tell you, some of y'all may have grown up with war heroes for parents, maybe a pervert, maybe just simple trailer trash. I got the hippies. I had the kind of, my parents were the type of hippies we had, like the paintings of the Beatles, but they were also inside The Last Supper. Needless to say, Yoko Ono was Judas. Only one person here listened to the Beatles. That's good to know, Aaron. We had that 1970s whatever Volkswagen Bug. Typical hippie form. Yeah, you know, Hitler's revenge on the world, the Bug. But apparently it also doubled as a gas station. Because one day I had to mow the lawn. I was out of gas. I'm like, we're out of gas. He said, you see that Volkswagen there? Here's a hose. Go suck. You learn a lot when you have to suck gas out of a car. Like the biggest one is spit, don't swallow.
Oh my
I think the hardest part was like, every time my parents were big weed smokers, and every time he pulled his stash out of the couch, the cat would go flying down the hallway and then jump up on the couch and wait his turn in the rotation. It was like puff, puff, meow, puff, puff, meow. It's like afterwards, you'd be seeing them all laying on the couch, just meow, meow. And that was just coming from my dad. Yeah, needless to say, the Girl Scouts owned our block. They're coming out. Thin Mints. Oh, let me tell you. So let's see, what else is going on? A little bit more alcohol in that coffee, and I'm good. Some people have called me an addict to coffee. I guess it didn't help that I was doing lines of coffee on the floor. Tell you, filters don't make great straws. Yeah. I prefer the term Java junkie. That sounds a whole lot better. Because you can't mix alcohol with your cocaine. I got a Jamaican coffee right here. That's 1/2 coffee and 1 part rum and Kahlua, so that makes me a 100% productive drunk. Here's to all the teachers. Someone asked me recently, it's like, what's the difference between a Java junkie and an addict? And I said, it's real simple. An addict will sell your stuff for a $20 fix. I spent $200 of my own money on coffee beans that came out of an animal's ass. Yeah, there's this coffee called Kopi Luwak. And somewhere in Asia, this guy lost his beans to an animal. And so he decided he was going to follow this animal around to get his stuff back. And then he stepped in a pile of shit and picked it up and went, those are beans. Those are beans. And then he went home and roasted it and brewed it and drank it and went, hey, this is kind of nutty. I should bag this up and sell it to rich Americans. Those idiots will buy everything. Especially the teachers. Y'all, I am Bo Johnson. You can follow me on these areas. If you can see my hand, I can't. That right there, areas of social media at B Johnson Comedy. Thank you, Ron and David Parsons. I thought the dude from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous was gone, but apparently he lives again.
Let's give Bo Johnson a big round of applause. Woo! And thank you, Bo, for pointing out all your social media. And you are the disappearing man. I thought you were part of the brick wall at one point tonight, but you
Look,
still...
when you do a virtual background, don't wear green.
That's a good point. And you'll
It's not
notice
easy
I
being
never
green.
wear green. It's all blue, red, gray. Don't wear green. That's a big pointer, everybody. That's a good point, Bo. And we'll just call him Brick Wall from now on. Thank you, Brick Wall, for being our headliner tonight. I mean, Bo Johnson. He was a great comic, wasn't he, guys?
Another brick in the wall.
Whoa, so you know what? We had a great show tonight. Let's thank all our comics tonight. Anna Therese Geffen, Miss Micah, Jordan Riley, David Parsons, Dana Whissen, and Bo Johnson. So everybody give him a big round of applause. And I want my co-producer to spotlight himself or share the spotlight, one of the two. I want everybody to give him a big round of applause too. Let's give a big round of applause to Jared Johnson, everybody. Woo!
Yeah.
Yes, he makes this look real smooth, and that's what helps make this show so great. Thank you, Jared. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and you know what? This was a great show tonight. Next Saturday, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be at a socially distant party, so I'm going to keep 6 feet away from everybody, so I don't have to hear their politics.
Nah.
The only way I can keep saying, guys. The only way I keep saying. But on the 19th, we're back here. So we're going to have 6 new comics. Everybody's welcome to come back and watch the Zoom room. This is going up on YouTube, so check out This Just In News on YouTube. And that's it for the show. Thank you for being here. This has been an oddly funny production. Good night, everyone.
This has been an oddly funny production.